I wanted to create something that was Mother's Day adjacent because we just talked about Mother's Day and surviving Mother's Day. And I know there's a lot of moms out there that are grieving, along with a lot of daughters who have lost their mothers, daughters who have lost their fathers. We have grief comes in all colors, in all sizes, in all forms, right? And they're all here tonight. And so I wanted to kind of, sorry, I'm chewing my gum, my neural gum. Should be promoting this as much as I talk about it. I wanted to talk about what it means to be celebrating, what it means to have everybody else around you celebrating. What does it mean when everybody around you is celebrating something? I had a beautiful griever today tell me that Easter was so hard for her. Easter, because everybody was doing something. I need some of that gum. Everybody was doing something. Hey, Aida. And she didn't go out and do that. She stayed home. How the holidays become hard for us because we're not part of the holidays. How to survive celebrating with a broken heart. That's it. How do we survive celebrating, hey, Christy, with the broken heart? This is going to be real. It's going to be raw, and I'm not sugarcoating anything. These teachings are emotional, and they're meant to be a reflection on you and your grief. My goal is to get down in there and touch something in your heart that has been bothering you, to touch something in your heart that has been painful. That's my goal, to really get in there and touch something in your heart that's holding you back, that's pushing you back in the grieving area. So let's be honest. There's nothing lonelier than being a griever in the middle of a party. There is nothing lonelier than that. There is nothing lonelier than being at a wedding reception and 200 people are there. Hey, Dano, 200 people are there. They're all celebrating, and your heart feels so heavy. You're at the celebration. You know that you want to be celebrating, but you're not able to do it. There is nothing lonelier than being the griever at a big party. There is this pressure to be okay all of the time when we're grievers. There's a pressure to be okay for the holidays, when it's someone else's big day, when someone else is celebrating, when someone at work wins an award. There is this pressure for us to act and be okay. But here's the truth. We can show up for you, and I can be okay with you, and I can be happy for you, but we have a question that we ask ourselves. And here's the question. But what about the pain? What about the pain? What do I do with this pain? I'm going to say my pain. But what about my pain? They're expecting you to show up, be okay, be happy, be functioning, acting like you're having a really good time. But what about the pain? What about the pain of my broken heart? Daniel says, experience this and saw this. I did a 2-hour training this weekend on Mother's Day. And this is not necessarily geared towards Mother's Day, but I want to talk about celebrations. It is true. There are seasons that are all about celebration. Seasons that happen when we are still grieving. Mother's Day happens when we're still grieving. Easter happens when we're still grieving. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Father's Day is coming up, 4th of July, Groundhog's Day. Anything that other people go out and celebrate can make us feel as a griever, but what about the pain? You're still grieving, and the world keeps spinning like nothing has ever happened. They keep doing their thing, and here you are with your broken heart. And you are keenly aware that the world is still going around in a circle, and you are in so much pain. It's almost like what happened to you never really happened. And I think that is truly hard. That's truly hard to feel like you're in a room where everything is going on and yet you can't even say what's going on with your own heart. Friends, the disconnection is real. Oh, I didn't have enough room. The disconnect is real. I didn't have enough room to fill that in. What's happening with between these two places, between the earth and between your heart, is absolutely real. The average person in the room that is going around celebrating has no idea what's going on with your heart. They absolutely know that you are grieving. They know you have a broken heart, but they still want you to be at the celebration. They still want you to be at the party. They want you acting like everything is okay. The disconnect is real. You're not imagining this. It is absolutely real. The distance you feel around people who are happy is huge. So the distance between the griever and the happy is huge. Here's the other thing. This map is not true to size. So the distance between where we are as grievers and where they are as living their life, and most of them aren't even happy. Most of them are grievers too, but they're too afraid to show it. So they have to pretend like they're in Happyville. 100%. The distance you feel when you're around people who are happy and celebrating and then you're pretending that life is perfect is so real. Maybe you felt this at a wedding. Maybe you felt it at a birthday. Maybe you felt it at your own birthday party. Or maybe they forced you to celebrate your birthday even though you didn't want to. Or yes, maybe you know you're going to feel this at Mother's Day coming up. Maybe you felt this at Easter. You try to show up. You try to show up for them. You try to show up for yourself. You try to push through. You're trying to do all the things. But deep down inside, you know somewhere else entirely that you do not want to be there. Deborah says, I feel the exact same way right now. I'm tired of people acting like he never died and pretending that they care. I am done. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Cheryl. You're thinking of your person who is not here. You're thinking of what the two of you would be doing together. You're thinking of what it was like when he or she was here. You look at the empty chair. You can't even believe that some of his best friends are showing up and they're acting like everything is okay. You're thinking about the card that you can't send because you can't sign his name. You're thinking about the dress that you're not going to wear. You're thinking about the fact that you don't want to go because you really don't want to fake it. I'm not going there and faking it. And everyone around you is acting like they don't see it. They're all acting like they don't see this broken heart. They don't see you right there with this broken heart. They're pretending around you as much as you're pretending around them. And the truth is, my friends, they don't get it. They absolutely don't get it. They don't get what's going on with you. And here's the hard truth. Hear me out. I say they don't get it, but here's the hard truth. They don't want to get it. They're afraid that your grief is going to rub off on them. They're afraid that if they jump into that grief or sit next to that grief, that some of it is going to rub off on them. Hello, Texas. Okay, I have a couple true or false questions. True or false? True or false? I have smiled in public when I was actually in pain. True or false? I have smiled in public when I was actually in pain. True or false? I smile in public. True, true, true. True or false? I smile in public when I'm actually in pain. True or false? I fake being okay because I don't want to ruin others' day. I pretend that I'm okay so that I don't have to ruin others. I fake being okay. I fake being okay. True or false? So I don't have to ruin other people's day. True. True. Oh my gosh. True. True. Yes. Okay. Think about this for 1 second. I want you guys to think about this. I'm going to say it this way. So I hope Cheryl says at first she used to do that, but now she doesn't. She's like, nope, not doing that. Love it. We're grieving. We're the ones with the broken heart. We walk into the room. Everyone else is there. And we start to pretend like we're okay to make them feel comfortable. How backwards is that? How much help do we need for that? Terry says, I lost my husband, my heart to yours, Terry, in April 24th, 2024. You just had your 1 year anniversary. My heart to yours, Miss Terry. I'm also in Texas. Terry, can you do us a favor? Can you say his first name? Put his first name here so that we know we can honor you. And everyone, when she puts his name, let's tap the screen for her husband and myself. Denise says, why do I do this to myself? It's the weirdest thing that we do. Number 3, true or false? I skip celebrations. I skip celebrations. True or false? I skip celebrations. I skip celebrations to protect my peace. I skip celebrations to protect my peace. Okay. And then sometimes we stay home and we're in worse shape than we were if we would have gone. Number 4, my grief gets worse when I'm surrounded by people who don't understand. My grief gets worse when I'm surrounded by people who don't understand. By people who don't understand. That's a big one. True or false? When I'm around a bunch of people and they don't understand my grief, I feel like the grief gets worse. Tiffany says false. Thank you for the gifts, my friends. Tracy says false so far for me. All of them are false, Tracy? You smile in public even when you don't feel like it? I fake being okay around people, true or false? I skip celebrations, true or false? My grief. Oh, not all false. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I've been told I was making it all about myself. True or false? I've been told I'm making this grief all about myself. All about me. Hey, I want to tell you guys something. It is all about you. If they can't handle it, then they need to mosey on. It is all about you. You're making this all about you. It's someone else's special day. It's Bob's special day. We need to give it to Bob. You can't make this all about you. That's number 5. True or false? Okay, I want to show you guys something. Because I talk a lot about pretending in our grief. I talk a lot about pretending to be okay in our grief. I smile in public is a form of pretending. I fake being okay is pretending. I skip celebrations is pretending. When you skip a celebration, you're not willing to tell them how bad you feel. That's pretending like everything is okay. My grief is surrounded by other people who don't understand. It gets worse. That's a true story. They tell me I'm making it all about me. That's a true story. People tell you they're making it all about you. Number 6, holidays feel heavier now than they used to. They feel much more heavier now that I'm a griever. True or false? Holidays feel a lot more heavier now that I'm a griever. True, true, true. Yes, they do. True. Okay, number 7. I walk into a celebration and instantly I want to leave. When I'm in my active grief, even if it's calm, I walk into a celebration and I instantly want to leave. True or false? Diana says 100%. Melissa says yes. Tammy says yes. Thank you, guys. Oh, Rosa. Hey, Rosa. False, false. Okay, some people are saying false. Okay, good. Number 8. People are, true or false, people are expecting me to get over it faster than I can. They want me to get over it, and they want me to get over it now, and it's faster than I can. Aida says, I'm trying to push through the grief. Hey, Liz. Liz says it's false. Tammy says, so true. Here's another pretending, and this one's big. I say that I'm fine, even though I'm not. I tell people I'm okay. I tell people I'm okay, even though I'm not. I say, oh, how are you doing? I'm fine. How's the grief going? Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, I can manage it. Oh, it's been bad. It's worse than I thought, but we're acting like everything is okay. Cheryl says, absolutely. And they want nothing to do with me. Jerry says, true. Number 10, I've been more alone in a room full of people than I've actually been alone by myself. As a griever, I feel more alone in a room full of people than I actually feel by myself. I lie about how truly sad I am all the time, Tammy says. My heart to yours, Tammy. I've been more alone in a room full of people than I've been all by myself. So today, the topic is when the world celebrates and you're still grieving. We're talking about celebrating while they're celebrating and we're still grieving. Let's talk about now, I want to switch the subject, why this feels so heavy, why the grief feels so heavy. So let me break it down to you. Grief isn't just sadness. It equals sadness plus more. It's sadness. It's sadness to be in grief, but there's so much more to it. It is every emotion that your body is experiencing. Every emotion that your little heart is experiencing is the grief. Your little heart is feeling all of this pain. And your nervous system is going crazy with this pain. It wants to get in there and do something about it, but it almost is like it can't function. It's a full body experience. It's affecting your entire body. It's affecting your heart, your stomach, and your brain. So I say that all the time, right? It changes how we show up based on our nervous system. Our grief changes how we show up as a person based on our nervous system. If we can handle it a little bit in our nervous system, we might go. But a lot of times what happens is we get there and then all of a sudden it changes up on us because our nerves are just on edge. It changes how we show up, how we relate to people, and how you feel inside of your own skin. You may get an invitation on Saturday and feel totally good about going. But next week on Saturday, your nervous system is on edge and the thought of going is just not possible. Or you get there and the moment you get there, you're like, oh my gosh, why did I do this? This is the worst thing I could have done to myself. Grievers have choices, and not accepting an invitation is a choice. Not going is a choice. Celebrations are loud. They're filled with expectations. Some of the expectations are joy. joy, happy, fun, loud, right? Expectations, joy, laughter, connection. Here's some of the expectations that are just happening with an event. Tell me anybody who's out there who's grieving, who's actively grieving, wants to feel joy, happy, fun, loud, laughter, and connection. There are days where you can actually do this. There are days on your grieving experience that you can actually do this. You can be in active grief and have a really bad day, and you can go to a party. I'm not saying you can't go to the party. I'm not telling you not to go to the party. What I'm telling you to do is check in with your body first. See where you are before you go. Because I'm telling you, the nervous system cannot take all of this. Especially when people are showing up and they're not giving us the respect that our own grief deserves. You're still thinking about last year. You're still thinking about your person. Your heart is still broken. You're having a hard time moving. You still remember that the moment that your life changed forever. You're still hurting while everyone else is raising their glass and cheer. You're telling yourself, just smile, just smile. And some of you don't even want to I don't want to bring the room down. You don't owe anyone a performance, friends. If I could teach you anything, this is the thing I want to leave you with today. You, the griever, do not owe anyone a performance. You do not have to show up and perform for anyone just because you're grieving. I want to give you permission to understand you have the right to grieve. You have the right to say no. You don't have to go to the celebration. You don't have to show up everywhere. You don't have to do everything, because for most of us, we can't. You don't have to sit through the brunch and pretend and laugh and poise for all the social media photos when your heart just isn't in it. Grievers have choices, and not showing up is a choice. Not going is a choice. You get to choose how you show up. Friends, if I teach you anything, it's this. If I teach you anything, it's this. Please remember this. This grief is yours. Period. This grief is yours. You get to decide what to do with it. Not one other damn person, and not me either. You get to decide if you're going to the party. You get to decide how you're going to show up in your grief. You get to decide. Do not let other people decide. Don't let them come onto your grief healing journey. This is your grief healing journey. Do not let others come onto this grief healing journey and start telling you what to do. Don't do it. Don't let them tell you to be over it. Don't let them tell you how to grieve. Don't let them tell you how long to grieve or what to do with the grief. It is yours. You don't owe a performance to anyone. And this is your permission slip. I'm giving you permission. You don't have to show up everywhere. You don't have to sit through the bunch. You get to choose how you show up. You get to set boundaries. You get to set grief boundaries for yourself, even if they feel rude to the other person. Even if it feels rude. Skipping a party to cry is not weak. It is self-care. It is grief care. Not going to the party because you just can't do it today is grief self-care. I'm hot. Saying this is the year I'm not going to give up. This is the year I'm going to work on me. This is the year I'm going to allow my grief to do what it needs to do is absolutely okay. It is called grief care. It is emotional survival. It is honoring your loss. It is honoring your loss in a world that wants you to ignore it. It is honoring your loss in a world that really wants you to ignore it. I want all of you ladies to come up with some grief-centered traditions. I want to help you come up with some grief-centered traditions that have to do with us and with our grief. If you're going to survive celebrating any season, holiday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, birthdays, anniversary, Mother's Day, Father's Day, 4th of July, Groundhog Day. I don't care what the holiday is. If we're going to survive, we're going to have some tools in our tool belt. And we cannot, the number one tool is we're not faking positivity. We're not faking positivity for anyone. Grief-centered traditions are where we have to start. Hey, Lex, how you doing? Grief-centered traditions are where we have to start. Number one. You don't have to throw away the day just because it doesn't feel right. You don't have to throw it out and not go to the celebration at all. You can repurpose the day. One, you could stay at home and make it a grief day for you. You could choose to stay at home and not be with the family and make it a full grief day, especially if we're grieving and we are every day having to go back to work and we need a day off. Jerry says, be yourself. Be yourself. Take that day. Take that Easter Sunday and stay home and take care of yourself. I miss you too, sweetie. I've been seeing some postings from you guys. Tell your parents I said hello and your beautiful family. You can repurpose it. You can light a candle. You can stay at home. You could do a brain dump. You can do a brain dump about the holiday. Get everything in your brain that you're missing about your person on that holiday onto a piece of paper. You can choose to go to a place that they love. You can choose to do something quiet. Thank you, Aida. You can tell stories. You can eat their favorite food. You can watch their favorite movie. We don't have to be forced to do the celebration. Oh, Jerry, my heart to yours, friend. Truly my heart to yours. Everybody on TikTok, as soon as I'm done with the training, I'm going to come in there and I'll answer some questions. Or you can do nothing at all. That counts too. You have to decide what you want to do. You get to decide how you're going to do this. This is about taking your grief power back. Taking your power back and not letting anyone else say how this power is going to show up. Your grief is going to be with you, and it's going to be with you for a while. That doesn't mean that your grief gets to run the show or that other people's get to run the show about your grief. That is yours completely to do with as you see fit. So, some ritual ideas, I want you to figure out what they are for you. I came up with a couple. Lighting a candle, doing a brain dump, sharing a story about your person with someone else that really matters who you know is going to listen to you. Create a playlist of songs and play those songs. Spend the day doing something they loved or something you guys love together. Eat that food. Wear his shirt. Spray his cologne on your shirt. Jerry says journaling. Any of those things is absolutely fine. Any of those is absolutely fine. You are not crazy. You are not crazy. You are grieving. And you are not wrong for honoring your grief. You are not wrong. And you are not weak. You are grieving in a world that has forgotten how to grieve. I'm going to say that again. You are not crazy, and you're not wrong for honoring your grief. We are grieving in a world that has forgotten how to honor our grief. but we are going to remember it. We're going to remember our person, and we're going to take the lead with this. And together, in this grief game that we're in, we're going to honor our grief. When the world celebrates and you're still grieving, our goal is not to pretend like everything is okay and show up anyway. That is not the goal. Ultimately, the goal is to create a space for you that feels comfortable, that you can survive for that day. I promise you, my friends, I'm going to leave you with this. Love and loss can both coexist. Love and loss can both coexist. All right. Two things. I want to say a couple of things. If you are here in the TikTok, you can go into the link in my bio, and there you can follow me on Facebook at The Grief School. You can follow me on Instagram, on YouTube. You can get on the wait list for my book, which was supposed to come out tomorrow. But surprisingly, my little sister, whom I love to death, you guys, she wrote a book. Erica wrote a book, and I sent an email out about it today. And I promised her that I would help her promote her book for the next couple of weeks. So Erica's book came out today, and it is Love, Loss. I'll be posting about it. It's bad. I should know the name of the book. And I will be posting about her book today and for the next couple of days. And we will, I'm going to be posting about it in the Facebook book and sending out emails. So my book will be out in a couple of weeks. I want to try to really highlight her. And her book is perfectly timed with Mother's Day. Erica's going to be here on the 4th. That's this Sunday. I'm going to come into TikTok at 8 a.m. I'm going to get you guys all warmed up. And then Erica's going to be coming into the group. She's going to be sharing. If you are a mother who's lost a child, if you are a child that has lost your mother, if you are lost your best friend or your spouse, please come and listen to Erica. She's an amazing speaker. She's an amazing mother. She's the mother of Austin and Donovan. Austin died in 2006. Donovan died in 2015. She's going to be sharing her stories. I really want you guys to be here and get to hear what she has to say. She has a lot to share. We're also going to be sharing her book. She will be coming to do some more TikTok lives after this week, but I really want you guys to hear this and be there. Tomorrow, I'll be on around 8:30. And I'm going to be sharing, my live tomorrow is going to be what grief has taught me about love. The live tomorrow is going to be what grief has taught me about love. That's what we're going to be sharing back tomorrow. I will be on tomorrow at about 8:30, the same time, 8:30 Central Standard Time. And that's pretty much all that I have for tonight. I'm going to stay in the TikTok and answer some questions. I want to tell you guys this. I see you. I am you. I'm a griever. I know that this is hard. I know that this is very hard. And I know we're coming up on a holiday that's going to be very hard. But hard doesn't mean undoable. We can do this if we stick together and we talk about it. The number one thing that we need right now is to be talking about it. We need to be talking about our grief and the brokenness that our heart feels. I'm here for you guys. I promise you, I'm going to be here. Thank you so much. I hope this helped. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about what grief has taught me about love. I'll see you all tomorrow. Hang out TikTok. I'll be there in a second. Bye, friends. Thank you.